What is a participle in English grammar? The explanation of a participle can be quite confusing. Let's start with a simple definition. A participle is a verb that is used as an adjective. As you know, an adjective is a word or expression that tells you something more about a noun. Take for example running. By itself, running is an activity and hence it is a verb. But when you write a sentence, the running boy fell during the race, the verb running becomes an adjective because it tells you exactly which boy fell. The boy who was running. The running boy. The screaming lady annoyed the stray dogs. Not just any other lady, but the screaming lady. Screaming by itself is a verb, but when you use it to describe a particular lady, it becomes a participle. When you change a verb into a participle by adding ing, it becomes a present participle. The water coming from the dripping roof short-circuited the TV. In dripping roof, dripping is the present participle. Even coming is the present participle of the sentence because it tells you which water short-circuited the TV. The water coming from the dripping roof. You may say that the sentence is written in the past tense, then how come coming and dripping are present participles? In the case of present participles, if a verb is ending with ing and doesn't come after is, was, have, has, had, it is a present participle even if it appears in a sentence that is in the past. One of the biggest characteristics of a present participle is that when expressed on its own, you cannot make out whether it is in the present tense or past tense. In the case of dripping roof, dripping in itself doesn't tell you whether it is present or past. To better understand, let's see this example. He was standing in running water. This sentence has two verbs, standing and running. Yet standing is a verb and running is a present participle. He was standing in running water. Standing is a verb because it comes after was standing. But running tells you the state of water. The water is in a state of running. Therefore, running is the present participle of the sentence. So far, I have talked about present participles that can mostly be expressed by adding ing. Stand becomes standing, run becomes running, and fry becomes frying. We also have past participles. Again, just because it is called a past participle doesn't mean every sentence should be in the past tense. I am eating fried potatoes. Fried is the past particle here because it is a past form of fry. It has got nothing to do with the sentence being in the past tense or in the present tense. It tells you what type of potatoes I am eating. I am eating fried potatoes. What about I fried potatoes in the morning? Is this also a past participle? It is not because in this sentence, fried is not describing you the state of potatoes. It is telling you what I did in the morning. What did I do? I fried potatoes. It describes an action. I came across a stolen mobile phone. What type of phone did I come across? A stolen mobile phone. So, stolen is a past participle of the sentence because it tells you what type of mobile phone I came across. Since stolen is the past form of steal, it is the past participle. Again, it is different from being in the past tense. It is called past participle because it appears in the past form of steal and not because it is a part of a sentence in the past tense. All in all, there are two types of participles, present participle and past participle. There is also a perfect participle. Take for example this sentence, having already seen the movie, he was in no mood to watch it again. This is a bit complicated, but try to understand it carefully. The purpose of a participle is to give further context. Simply, we say that it acts as an adjective, but in reality, it provides you additional information so that you can understand the sentence better. Having already seen the movie, he was in no mood to watch it again. Why was he in no mood to watch the movie again? Because he had already seen it. Another characteristic of a participle is that it gives you no sense of time. You cannot make out whether it is in the present tense or past tense. What does having already seen the movie tell you about the tense of the sentence? Nothing. On its own, it can be a part of a sentence in any tense. See for example, having already seen the movie, he is in no mood to watch it again. Present tense. Having already seen the movie, he was in no mood to watch it again. Past tense. Having already seen the movie, he will be in no mood to watch it again. Future tense. So according to the two definitions of a participle, on its own it doesn't tell you the tense of the sentence and it gives you more information about an action for the situation. Having already seen the movie is a perfect participle. Why perfect participle? Because it tells you about a situation that has already happened or about a task that is already complete. Having eaten the dinner, they decided to go for a walk. You can rewrite the sentence like this. After they had eaten the dinner, they decided to go for a walk. Having lost his wallet, the man reported the matter to the help desk. So by the time the man reports the matter to the help desk, he has lost the wallet and hence the perfect participle. So how do you recognize participles? The present participle on its own doesn't tell you the tense of the sentence. It often acts like an adjective. It is mostly the ing form of the verb and it never appears after is, was, are, have and other such time-sensitive verbs. The past participle, again, on its own, doesn't tell you the tense of the sentence. It often acts like an adjective. It appears in the past tense of the verb. For example, fry becomes fried, try becomes tried, steal becomes stolen, and so on. The perfect participle, on its own, doesn't tell you the tense of the sentence. It gives you more context of the situation. It is a combination of having and ing form of the verb. I hope you have understood what are participles in English grammar. If yes, please like the video and subscribe to my channel so that you are notified when I upload the next video.